Welcome to Yury Experience, and today I want to talk about the fact that I am not a good friend. I know a lot of people. If you are new to this channel, I traveled a lot throughout my life. I visited 4 countries. I lived in 4 countries. I visited even more countries, and I had a lot of hobbies. Like a lot. 20? 30? Somewhere around there. And still, although I do know a lot of people, I rarely develop a full-less friendship out of some of the friends that I had of my hobbies or in different countries. It is just difficult for me. It is difficult for me to have some acquaintance, that word. It is difficult for me to have that person and then make out of that person a friend that is independent of the surroundings, independent of the context where I met that person. And even if I manage to develop some kind of relationship with some people, like some kind of friendship, it is difficult for me to keep it. This situation and some other situations bring me to this idea that I am not a good friend, or I cannot be a really good friend. Let me explain that and all of the whys and how I work on myself in today's video. Let's go. There are 2 main reasons why, in my personal opinion, I am personally not a really good friend. And the first one is I don't really think about writing other people or making a meeting or creating a meeting or asking a person whether that person has some free time that we can share together, where we can do something. I usually have what to do. I always actually have what to do. If I don't do any hobby, I am at work. If I'm not at work, I need to do some cooking. If I am done with cooking, I need to, do something else from household. And sometimes I just need time to relax myself. That is the reason why I mainly don't think about other people during all this time. I don't have this idea. I don't know why. I can't explain why. But I don't have this thought of writing somebody and telling, yeah, how are you doing? It doesn't have to be even let us meet. No, it just how are you doing? It's somehow I don't think about that. And I don't know why and all the other questions. I just know that that is a part of me and I tried to work on that, but I didn't really come anywhere. I don't know how to change it. And the second point is I don't miss people. I don't miss actually anybody. I don't know why. It's not that I don't have any emotional connections to other people. I do like to meet people. I do like to spend time with other people, to spend time with the people I like, to have some deep or not deep conversations, to do some fun stuff together, or just to grab some food, or just walk around and talk. I do like all of that. But again, I don't actively miss anybody. I don't have this feeling, I'm missing something, I need to do something, I need to meet with somebody. No, I don't have it. I don't know why, but I don't miss people. Not even like people whom you should miss. I don't really miss my parents, and I live away from my parents 6-8 years. I don't miss them, like almost at all. I don't miss barely anybody. And I don't know actually whether it is normal. I don't know whether it is normal, whether it is good or good, and what to do with it. And again, that is not something that I can change. I tried to think why I am like that and why don't I miss people, what I can do about that. I don't know. I literally don't know. Still, there are people in my life that are important for me. And that is why I decided to work on myself or develop something for myself. And I like to develop different systems that will help me to stay in touch with people that are important for me. Because I know I have them. I know I have people whom I still want to have in my life. I don't want to have all of my different acquaintances in my life. But there are people that I want to meet regularly, that I want to talk with, that maybe if I will have a wedding at some point, I'm not sure whether I want to have a wedding, different topic. If I will have a wedding, I want these people to be there. And as you probably guessed, I developed a system for myself. I know that is a strange thing to do, to develop a system to keep relationships alive, but that is what works for me. And at the end of the day, we shall all look for or search for systems that are working for us personally. Every freaking person is at least a little bit but different, which is why I know that I'm like that, so I am looking for systems that work for me. How does my system works? Actually quite easy. I wrote a list. Recently a good friend of mine called this list a VIP list. Basically it kinda is, so I call it actually friend list. That is a list of people that I want to keep in my life. It is not really huge or whatnot. It is just a list of people that I still want to stay in touch, although I'm out of context where I usually meet these people. Or these people are not in the context where I usually meet them. But I still want to stay in touch because I like the people, I enjoy being with them. And then I have this Remember app that reminds me to look into the list and to think whether I want to meet a new person during this week. So not new person, the one person from the list. And I look in the list and decide, okay, I didn't see this person, this particular person from the list during a long period of time. I will meet this person next. And I know, that is not really emotional, that is not what people ideally see as friendship, or how people regularly think about friendship or relationships, because most of the people think about stuff like that it is emotional. You want to meet people. You actively have this feeling of wanting. I think at least it is like that. It is not like that for me. But that is what I gather from other people around me or all over the internet. But I'm not like that. I am not that emotional. It is like that. I'm not sure whether it is good or bad. Sometimes it depends on the context, in my personal opinion. I think differently in different situations. But yes, that is a system that I use and that I decided to put my friendships into. There's a system that will help me, and it helps me, it works for me. I have already used it during some period of time, it works for me. I hope that this system will help me to not be alone, completely alone, like zero. And an extra point here would be the thing that prevents me something from writing people and thinking about like what are you doing or do you want to meet. They're the thing that I developed, I think somewhere in my childhood, because I don't remember my childhood very good, but starting from the point where I do remember my life, I already had this kind of a trait, you can call it a trait. I don't like to annoy people. And I don't know why, but writing people and asking people whether they want to spend time with you or whether they want to invest time in you, it is somehow connected to annoying these people in my head. Again, I cannot explain it. I don't know why it is like that. Again, as I told you already, I think it is connected to my childhood. But that is definitely something that prevents me actively from connecting to people. That is not allowing me sometimes to write people because I don't want to annoy them. And that is what I decided to ignore for the people in the list. So I have this list of people and I decided for myself, I don't feel like that, but I decided for myself that I do not annoy them when I write them. I don't know, it doesn't work like that. I still feel that feeling when I'm writing that people, these people, those people, but it helps at least. These people told me more than once that they are okay with me writing them. But still, it's not something that I can just take out of my heart and take out of my brain and just ignore. No, this emotion is in me all the time and during my all kind of relationships. It is annoying. It is annoying to myself that I think that I annoy other people. But I can change it. It is a pity, but I just have to work around it. I cannot change it. There are a couple things that you can take out of this video. point number one, or the thing number one, there are a lot of people who are similar to me. And I appear to be a typical extrovert person, but I actually have both of the characteristics as actually most of the people. But as a child, I was more introvert-like child, but then I developed a lot of extrovert traits because of different reasons, which is why a lot of people, or at least some people, not a lot of people, but some people appear as if they have a lot of friends, as if they have a lot of connections and deep connections, but it is not always the case. Some people only appear like that, but they still are lonely, and sometimes they don't only feel lonely, but they really are lonely. They don't really have these connections, because maybe they're afraid to annoy other people with whom they could have connection. And the second point, I just want to remember you that you are a unique person. I'm a unique person, you're a unique person, that person like over there somewhere is also a unique person. And every person needs some specific systems for developing of your life, for changing of your lifestyle, and these systems will help you to solve your problems. There are systems that I recommend because they work for me, but I always try to say these things worked for me, as long as it is not science. I mean, science is a different point, but at the end of the day, most of the things on this channel is my opinion. It is not something objectively true, and you know that I don't believe in objectively true anyway. I believe in that working, but what I believe the most is the fact that every person shall adjust different systems for their own life to solve their own problems. I can do it, that person can do it, and you also can do it. I think you know where is the like button. I think you also know where is the comment section. If you have any questions or topic suggestions, write them in comment below. Except for that, if you want to watch more videos about social topics, my development overall, self-development overall, and development of this channel, then subscribe to this channel. And except for that, I see you on Monday. Yeah, on Monday.